Welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston from the Roby family of companies. We are your hosts. Trent, instead of a business lesson of the day, let's do a corny joke. You already did one. I'm going to do one, too.
I'm out of them.
Let's see if Jim Price can get this one. Jim, what kind of socks do bears wear?
I don't know.
Bears don't wear socks. They have bare feet.
Oh. I got one for you, Jim, since you were telling me I do have kids.
There you go.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Steak.
Ground beef, brother.
Oh, I know that one.
Right.
I got
That's
that.
it. We're going to get back to business.
Let's talk about home automation.
We checked the box on You're Going to Laugh a Little.
Yeah, there you go.
That's done.
And now we just need a business lesson.
I'm telling you, man, I'm learning a lot today. Jim Price from Audio Advice is educating me, and I'm enjoying it. So why don't you keep talking about home automation and the levels that you can take it to? I think that's something very interesting for the public to learn.
So we touched on lighting, and there's really two types of home automation. There's the actual automation, and then there's the control, because the two can get confused, but the two can also work together. And so when we talk about home control, it's something as simple as, Lutron lighting control. When you have a Lutron lighting control system, whether it's Caseta or HomeWorks or Radio Raw, which is really a good, better, best of lighting automation, you have the ability to control it via your smartphone in most cases, in every case, really. And so that's just controlling it, pulling your phone out, selecting the application, and turning a light on and off. That is just simple control. Automation is where maybe we started to talk about geofencing. So let's pull geofencing into this conversation at another level of complexity. Geofencing is something that's driven by a GPS. And let's say that you drew a large circle around the perimeter of your house. And that is now your geographical fence. And so your smartphone has a GPS antenna in it. When we tell the system that when your GPS antenna in your phone drives into your fence to automatically do something. And so imagine for a minute that you're driving home, you get inside the geographical fence, and it tells your pathway lights to turn on. We could tell your garage door to open. We might not want to. We might want to think about security while we're doing that. There could be somebody waiting at your door. I would hope that wouldn't happen. But,
right.
We have to be careful when it comes to the geofencing part. But it could also mean that
blinds come up.
Yeah, we could have lights come up on the inside of the house. We tell the temperature to drop in the summertime down from 80 to, 68 or whatever you have your temperature set to. So geofencing is another level of automation that's really just starting to become popular today and is available through several of the automation manufacturers that we work with.
That is really cool.
It is cool. And Jim, you guys can educate everybody on this at Audio Advice. Some people out there that might not be so tech savvy are probably saying, well, I don't know if I can figure out how to do that on my phone, but it's really not that difficult, right? If they can't figure it out, you have a team of folks that can literally walk you through these processes, right?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Yeah.
And it sounds to me like, though this sounds so outlandish in my little peanut head, you guys have it under control and a second nature talk to you. So you can bring it down to folks' level and they can really understand it, because I just understood what you were saying.
I agree. That's a good point. It is a little bit, it sounds outlandish to your word, but this isn't that bad. And it's stuff very economically, it's come down a lot in price. It's like anything else. It's not, if I want a home automation system, I'm not writing a 6-figure check anymore. You can do this at a decent level. Now, there's still some costs. You get what you pay for, but it's not $100,000 to automate my home.
That's correct. In fact, for
it can be, but
absolutely, it can be. When you think about, we've done things for customers that are, they're building a new home. It's maybe just a simple 1,500 square foot house, and maybe their budget's $10,000. We can do that. We could do a full-blown media room and some lighting control and some HVAC control, all within that simple budget.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to be renovating my house here coming up in a little while. I might need to automate more than I thought.
There you go. There you go. Can you geofence it off Trent's boat when you pull in with the pontoon boat in the middle of the night? You're all your
Kenny Chesney starts playing. There you go. Eric Church, where are you at?
You got it. That's actually a great. That's a great point when you say that. When you're coming in on the boat, imagine that
the lights come on.
You have the dock lights come on. You get your music playing. The lights in the face of the house come on, lighting the pathway. Path of light. That's a big thing in automation.
Can you make friends up here? or disappear. Sometimes you,
might
want
have
them.
some-
Sometimes you want them to leave.
Yeah.
I think we could probably rig something up to make them disappear, but I don't know about appear.
We just another small example of how this can work, and this is not even really automation. But in my house, my mom has a difficulty seeing it, especially in the evening times, and we have the little Lutron motion sensor light. So when she needs to get up and go to the kitchen, she doesn't have to go searching around for a light switch. It kind of recognizes her coming, and to your point, lights turn on and guide her to the kitchen. So there's all kinds of different ways you can utilize this. Even to your point with the geofencing is pretty cool, or coming back on the boat is also a great idea because it is pretty dark, usually down by the river where Trent lives. So if he could have all his lights come on when he gets home, it'd probably be a pretty nice benefit for you. Jim, let's talk about your showroom a little bit too while we've got you here, because I tell you what, every time I come down to that place, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get myself a media room. And you have good options for all types of budgets, but you have everything on display down there, and people can really touch, feel, and see what this stuff is all about.
We really love high-performance audio-video. That's one of the things that we're most passionate about. Every single one of our people are really, really passionate about that. The automation part's fun, but when you get into the high-performance audio-video part, and we're building dedicated theater rooms for people, or setting up high-performance 2-channel sound systems, especially for somebody who walks in the door and says, hey, I've got a great vinyl collection, and I want to start listening to them again. That really gets us going. We absolutely love that part of it. And so in our showroom, we have all of that there to audition. As you guys know, we've got 3 theater rooms in the building, and multiple listening rooms as well for the high performance stereo listening. In addition to that, we have our experience center where we have
it's cool.
In our experience center, we do two levels of automation and control systems, and one is Control 4, which for us is sort of our entry level in automation, and then the next level is Crestron. And obviously, when it comes to Crestron, I think anybody who knows that name and recognizes it knows that's the big monster houses. That's what runs the White House.
Yep. Oh, I did not know that. I
Yeah.
knew it was the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
You know?
80% of their business is in the commercial world. 20% is residential.
Got it.
And so they're doing major.
That's actually
major
where I
stuff.
first learned about Crestron was at when we did the
Biltmore, maybe?
Federal Reserve. building.
Okay, Federal Reserve, yeah.
did
Yep.
all the automation down there.
Makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Yep.
So you're saying if I bought my Force, I got a sound bar and I've got a subwoofer, and I got it for $114 at Walmart. That's not high performance, right?
What's in the eye of the beholder, I guess, Patrick.
I'm just joking with you. I always like to ask these AV guys those kinds of questions because they look at me like, man, I'm going to slap you. But no, I'm just kidding. This is really
I could probably
nice.
show you
stuff
something better.
that Jim has. Yeah, wouldn't be too hard.
So no, we love working with you guys. You guys throw some work our way on the electrical side, on the drywall, and on the handyman side, and then we also can deck out theater rooms, and then vice versa. We're able to throw work your guys' way. A lot of our clients do like to do those higher end media rooms, as well as I think everyone now should consider, if they're renovating or building a custom home, they should consider some level of automation. And I really think it's where the industry and the world of technology is going. So that's pretty cool to learn about it.
Well, the other thing you mentioned, we're sharing some business.
Mm-hmm.
Audio Advice and the Roby companies have been sharing business, and I had an incredible experience. My wife and I bought a house out in the woods, and it was an older home built in 1956, and of course it only had 100 amp service. And so the first thing I wanted to do right out of the gate, because I can't run my amplifiers off 100 amp service. So the first call I made was to my friends at Roby Electric and talked to them about having that 100 amp service
appreciate that,
upgraded
Jim.
to a 200 amp service. And at Audio Advice, we are very particular about what the work looks like.
Yep.
If it looks good, it works good.
I agree. I mean, that's the same thing with our staff. If they look good, they're going to do a good job.
Absolutely.
And it's true. No, I agree with that theory. I'm glad you said that. So tell us, give yourself a plug on Audio Advice, Jim Price, and tell people how to get a hold of you, where you're located.
So the easy stuff is that Audio Advice is located in Pineville at 11409 Carolina Place Parkway.
Right by the mall.
Yep, out by the mall. Yep, we're right across the street from the new Stickley Fine Furniture Showroom, which is incredible furniture. But we are, and you can reach us by telephone at 704-821-4510. And you can also catch our website at www.audioadvice.com.
With Jim, very educational. Thank you for being here. I hope your business continues to take it to the stars, and you give great service.
Thank you.
Patrick and I will be right back.
We're going to talk about baby boomers.
Oh, Lord.